Hey there friends, it's Dominique from the Pixie Planner. Thank you so much for joining me in another video. Now, I'm not sure if you noticed, but my lighting here is looking a lot more bright than usual. I am super excited. I finally got some proper lighting for my filming setup. So hopefully this is going to be a better experience for you guys as well. So in today's video, I wanted to go ahead and recap my last quarter goals. I've gotten a lot of questions on how that went and if I could give a little follow-up on it. So I will link that video in the cards, but I did a video for my July to September 12-week plan, and I wanted to give you an update on how that went and then show you what I'm going to be working on for the last quarter. So I have this little Moleskine notebook here, and what I did was I went through and kind of jotted down my ideas for how I felt the last 12 weeks went, and that was July to September. So for my project, I wanted to be 1 month ahead with video content. And so I wrote out here, I started off strong, but after the first month, I began to fizzle out. Now, I do YouTube as just kind of a hobby and for fun. I work full-time in the medical profession, and I need to revisit this goal because I am doing this channel as a hobby. I felt very pressured to have so much content already pre-filmed, and it kind of took away from the fun of just spontaneously creating a video on something that I really was, enjoying or inspired by. So I like to do my filming kind of spur of the moment as the inspiration pops up. So I need to kind of revisit that, give some more thought to this particular project, and I may come back to it at another time. But for now, I am going to be letting this one go. The second one was for body, and I wanted to be able to do a headstand without wall support. I was very close to reaching this goal. I had a shoulder injury that put me back a few weeks, and I kind of fell off course, but I was, so close. So I am definitely carrying this particular goal over for my next 12 weeks. The third one is for heart or soul. This is where I was doing monthly donations to my animal shelter, and I did great the first couple of months. I missed out the last month because of some unforeseen expenses, but again, still not an excuse. I will be carrying this over for my next 12 weeks, so for that fourth quarter. Then finally, my fourth goal was to work on mind. So that was for reading 3 self-improvement books. Did really well with this goal. 2 of the books were on Audible, but to me, I think that still counts. So I read the Bullet Journal Method. I actually have that book in print. And then the 2 Audible ones were Atomic Habits, which is fantastic. I highly recommend it. And Digital Minimalism, which I absolutely recommend as well. The month of September, I actually did a little detox from social media, just mainly Instagram, because I am very present on my Instagram channel or account. I did a little detox in September after reading Digital Minimalism, and I really, really loved it. So I kind of just jotted down my thoughts of how the previous 12 weeks went, and overall I'm pretty happy with it. I am not one of those people that, gets mad at myself for not completing a goal, or if I actually have to just kind of cross that goal off because it's just not anything that is going to pertain to my life at this moment. I'm okay with that. Goals change, and this is why I am a big believer in doing quarterly goals. I have never been able to stick to yearly goals, and I find that I procrastinate. If it's 1 year from now that I have to reach a goal, I will push it out to the very last month. So this has just been working so much better for me. And I have in my large passion planner here in the back my goals, and I had my first 12-week plan for the July to September round, and then now I have my second 12-week plan. And I say first and second because I started in July, so even though we're now in the last quarter of the year, I'm still gonna continue on, of course. So I have here my next 12-week plan. I know we are well through October already, but I figured, you know what, this video, better late than never, give you a little recap. And so what I'm going to be doing for my next 12 weeks, and if you're looking at these and thinking, wow, that looks different, I printed this one up in sheets. I have an Apple, so I'm a Mac user. I printed this up in sheets, and then this one in numbers. So this is why they look very different. But anyways, to give you a little look here at my next 12 weeks. So we recently got a puppy. She is now 10 weeks old. So my project for the next 12 weeks is going to be house and crate training Lola. And so I have my goals broken up into action plans. And so for that first goal for my project, you know, how am I planning on reaching this goal? So I have researched puppy crates and playpens. That was for the first week. We got her in the second week. So I took that first week to research it, and then I went ahead and I purchased all the supplies and did the setup in our living room area, so that way she is always around us no matter what. We're not just leaving her in a room by herself. But with the playpen, it just works out great having the crate inside of it. So I've actually gone ahead and I've completed those first two steps. And then my next step was to make a schedule of her potty routine. And we're starting off with every 2 hours because she is only 10 weeks old. They do recommend that for every month of age, if that makes any sense, to go no more than 1 hour between potty breaks. So I'm doing that, and I did here in my medium passion planner, I started to track. I'll give you a look here because this was the first, we got her on Saturday. So this was the first few days of me tracking her potty routine, and I only did it for a few days just so I can really like write it down and have it on hand and see exactly, you know, how she's doing. Then I switched it over to a just a sheet of paper that my husband and I have attached to our fridge so that he can see it as well, and it's not just in my own personal planner. But I figured I would go ahead and use this the first few days. This worked out really well. Now we've kind of moved on to another method, but it's working so well. And then the next action step is going to be to increase the time between potty breaks by 1 hour. And so that is going to be, as I had mentioned, you know, for every month you can increase it by an hour. So week 4 of having her, I'll increase it, week 8 and week 12. And that way we have longer periods of time before needing to take her out for her potty break. Then my second goal, I mentioned I was carrying over for body, is for my headstand, to be able to do that without wall support. So that is staying the same. I did change here. I want to be able to find new YouTube channels for inspiration because I do mostly use YouTube instructors to follow along for my yoga practice. And so for the first week, I found Yoga by Cassandra, and I'm really, really loving her style. So I'm gonna continue my hunt for new instructors. If you guys have any instructors that you really enjoy, any channels, please leave that down below, because I'm very much on the hunt for some new and inspiring videos. Now I'm going to continue with my upper body and core strengthening 3 times a week, and then continue practicing 10 minutes a day, 5 to 7 days a week. Then we go into Soul and Heart, which is my monthly donation to my local animal shelter. This is carrying over from last quarter's goals, and I'm going to be creating a new shelter donation cash envelope, and then I have to save $50 to $80 from each paycheck, and so I have it split up here. My paychecks when I receive them, week 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and then dropping off the donation after each month, pretty much at the end of each month, so end of October, November, and December. Then for my last goal here for Mind, I am going to be completing or working on completing 3 Skillshare courses. And Skillshare is an online community of just all different types of courses and everything and anything you can think of. It's on art, it's on how to use Adobe Premiere, on how to journal, how to take pictures, and I mean, it's amazing how much you can find on Skillshare with the courses that they offer. And so I'm in a free trial period right now for 2 months, and I want to see how I like it. I may continue with it, but for now I have 3 Skillshare courses that I'm wanting to complete. And so week 1, I made a list of all the courses and videos I'm interested in, and then to choose one new course to work on is my next step. And so I'm going to make sure that I choose a new course at the beginning of each month. And so for the beginning of October, I have one chosen, and then same thing for November and December. Then I'm going to make sure that I'm spending at least 10 to 15 minutes a day, 4 to 5 days a week, working on this course. Now, the courses vary in length. Some of them are like 25 minutes. Some of them are a couple hours long. So, you know, it's going to vary depending on what course I'm working on at that point. But I thought this would be really fun to work on for my goal set for improving my mind, and really fun too to learn new skills. I mean, I'm one of those individuals. I love to learn. I love to research, and it just makes me happy. So I am going to be trying to learn more about editing videos and techniques and tips. And so a lot of just really fun stuff available on Skillshare. So there's a quick look at how last quarter went and what I've been working on so far for this current quarter. I'm super excited about the progress that I made my last 12 weeks, and it just gives me that much more motivation to really just continue forward. I was never a goal-setting person, but when you do see these little steps, and that's why I like quarterly planning so much, is you see the progress a little more quickly, and you kind of have your eyes, you know, on that end prize. So this has been working out great for me. Let me know in the comments down below, are you a yearly goal planner or a quarterly? I love that we all have our own, you know, tips and techniques that work, and I'm always wanting to learn and hear from you guys on what your style is. So thank you very much for joining me in today's video. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. If you have not yet subscribed, I would love it if you would join our community here. But I appreciate you all so very much, and I will see you again soon in my next video. Bye.